The engine hissed like a wounded animal in the middle of the highway, and for the first time in her life, Alexandra Pierce, CEO of one of the biggest tech companies in North America, felt completely powerless. Her crimson Ferrari, usually the symbol of her success, had stalled without warning. She stepped out, heels clicking on the cold pavement, frustration rising. 3 engineers from her company had already tried and failed to diagnose the issue earlier that week. Each one had assured her it was complicated. Each one had left her with nothing but expensive invoices and the same broken car. Now here she was stranded. Across the road, she noticed a small, old-fashioned garage, Mason's Auto Service. The sign flickered, half the bulbs dead. It wasn't the kind of place she would normally step into, but something about the quiet stillness around her pushed her toward it. Inside, she found a middle-aged mechanic wiping his hands with a cloth. He had kind eyes, the kind that made you feel safe even before he spoke. "You look like someone who's had a long day," he said. "My Ferrari broke down," she replied, almost embarrassed. "No one seems able to fix it." He chuckled softly. "Mind if I take a look?" Minutes later, he was bent under the hood of the car, humming to himself. Unlike the engineers who had treated the vehicle like a puzzle to be solved, he approached it as if it were something alive, something he respected. He paused, frowned, then gently tapped a small area near the ignition system. "There's your problem," he said. "Faulty sensor. Easy fix." Alexandra blinked. "You figured that out in 5 minutes?" He shrugged. "Worked on plenty of these back in the day. Cars talk if you listen." As he worked, she watched him, calm, focused, completely unbothered that he was repairing a car worth more than most homes. He didn't seem impressed by her status, her clothes, or the vehicle. He just cared about the work. When he reconnected the final wire and turned the key, the Ferrari roared back to life with a smooth, flawless purr. Alexandra felt a shock of relief, but something else too. Gratitude, humility. "How much do I owe you?" she asked, reaching for her wallet. He shook his head. "Nothing. You just needed help. Happens to everyone." "No, I insist," she said. No one had ever refused her before. Not clients, not employees, not even friends. But he remained firm. "Kindness doesn't need a price tag." His words hit her harder than she expected. As they talked, she noticed a framed photo on the wall, him and a young woman in a hospital gown, both smiling. He caught her looking. "My daughter," he said softly. "She passed 5 years ago. I used to work for big companies, high pressure, long nights. I missed a lot of time with her. After she was gone, I promised myself I'd live differently. This shop keeps me busy, but not too busy to help people." For a moment, Alexandra felt the world go still. She had everything: money, power, influence, but she suddenly wondered what she might be losing without even noticing. She offered her hand. "Thank you. Not just for the repair." He nodded. "Take care of yourself. Cars can be replaced. People can't." Driving home, the Ferrari felt different. Not because of the repair, but because of the realization settling deep in her chest. The kindness of a stranger in a small, fading garage had shifted something inside her. The next week, she returned, not with a broken car, but with a new sign for his shop, fresh tools, and a small team ready to help renovate the place. She didn't announce it publicly. She didn't need recognition. She simply wanted to give back. When Mason saw it, he didn't say a word. He just smiled, the same warm, gentle smile. And in that moment, Alexandra understood something she had never slowed down enough to see. Sometimes the smallest acts, offered quietly, could change a life. Maybe even 2.